Hello to you all and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review on the Esteé Edit Gritty and Glow Holiday Palette Set. This is the limited edition palette set of two different palettes. One is supposed to be for the face and then the other one is supposed to be for the eyes. Actually, no, scratch that. In fact, I think this is supposed to be for the face and the eyes, and this is supposed to be for just the eyes. But the colors, you can just interchange them, you can wear them however you want. And this video is just basically going to be showing you swatches. I'm going to be talking about the formula, I'm going to be talking about my opinion on these palettes. I have been wearing these palettes for quite a while now. It's been about a month, and I pretty much haven't really been wearing anything else when it comes to eyeshadow. So these are definitely palettes I have been wearing a lot. And I am proud to say that I have constructed a very good opinion on what I like about these palettes and what I don't like about these palettes. There are some pros and cons, so we're just going to be using this video to get into the gritty and to get into the glow and just to talk about these palettes. The first thing I want to mention about these palettes is that they're magnetic. They stick to each other, which is really cool in my opinion, because you can have these separately or you can have them together for storage reasons. I really like having them together for most of the time because I find that that really makes it convenient for me. So I'm starting off with the Glow palette. This is the glittery white beautiful silvery palette right here. It is a very, very beautiful palette in terms of packaging. I scratched mine unfortunately, so you can see that little scratch there. I'm not sure if you can see it actually through the camera, but I did scratch mine. I hate myself for that, but when you open this palette right here, you can see that they have 6 colors in here. So they have a highlighter row, they have a blush row, and then they have a bronzer type eyeshadow row, which of course is my favorite. I do really like these colors a lot. This is the palette that I have the most mixed feelings about, and that is because of the formula, especially when it comes to the highlighters and the blushes. So when you look at this palette right here, you can see that these are really pretty shades, and when I swatched them especially, I thought that this was a very pigmented, very beautiful, creamy selection of colors. However, as soon as I tried to apply these two rows to my face, like when I tried to use this as a highlighter and this as a blush color, it just didn't really work. I couldn't really pick up a lot of product, and the product I could pick up didn't really show up on my face at all. So that is typically a huge minus, especially when you're talking about highlighters, because whereas with blushes you can layer it, you can sort of make it work. With highlighters, I prefer them to be very pigmented and very buttery and smooth and creamy off the bat. I don't really like layering highlighters because when you do layer highlighters, eventually it does look cakey, and it's just not worth it because you don't want your face to appear cakey. It's just so much easier just to take another better highlighter and just use that instead. I was trying to make these work. I really just couldn't make it work at all. It just was like a very heavy powder on my face. Really wasn't a pleasant experience whatsoever. So these highlighters are really not my favorite at all. I really don't like them at all. And same thing goes with these blushes. I mean, you could layer them, you could make them work, but I just really didn't like how they looked on my skin, how they sat on my skin. It really wasn't my favorite. So that's why these two rows are definitely not my favorite at all. However, when you look at this bottom row right here, these two colors have been my favorite, and they are so beautiful. The formula between these 4 colors and then these 2 colors is just so completely different. It's just so amazing. I wish the formula was more consistent though, because I feel that if the formula in these colors reflected the formula in these colors, I would like this palette a lot more. But that's just how it turned out. We can't really do anything about it. These 2 colors are really beautiful though. They are my favorite everyday colors. I've been wearing these pretty much every single day I've been wearing eyeshadow. They are really beautiful bronzy colors. When you swatch them, they're very creamy, they're very buttery, and they really do show up on the skin very beautifully. And you don't really need a lot of pressure to pick anything up. They're very pigmented, they're very creamy, blendable. I love them so much. So these are how they look right here. You can see that these are very pretty everyday kind of colors. They're very bronzy, they're very beautiful. They have more of a metallic and a satin finish, a cross between the two kind of finishes. But if you want to, you can easily just blend them out and they will look more like a matte satin finish, if that makes any sense. But if you want to really make them metallic and really beautiful and gorgeous, you can apply them wet or dry, and you can still get that beautiful type of sheen. So these colors are beautiful. However, the rest of the palette is not my favorite at all. So the only reason I'm keeping this entire palette is just for these 2 colors, because these 2 colors are really, really pretty, and also kind of because I like the glitter. Moving on to this palette right here, you can see that this palette is quite dirty because I have been using this like a beast throughout this entire I don't know, 4-week, 6-week period that I've had these, I have been using this so much because I freaking love it. This is the Gritty palette, and this is the eye palette, and when you open it, you can see that these are the colors right here. Again, 6 colors, and they're so beautiful. The formula in this palette and the formula in this palette are completely different. Whereas the formulas in this palette are more of this chalky, weird kind of thing. These are smooth, creamy, pigmented, luscious, amazing, beautiful, gorgeous. I'm in love with these colors so much. That's just pretty much what I think about that. In this palette, you have like this very beautiful creamy gold color. This has so much pigmentation right off the bat. It is a very pigmented color. It looks like this. Has like a lot of pigmentation right there, has a lot of reflex in it. This color is a really nice color also for a highlight, whereas the colors in this palette, the highlighter colors in this palette, are by no means very good highlighters whatsoever. This makes for a very beautiful highlighter. It is a very soft highlight. It's by no means a very bam, glittery, reflective highlight, but it still gives you a lot of definition and a lot of glow, which is what I really like about this. So let me see if I can find a place to swatch it. So that's just what it looks like right here, if you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but I will have swatches inserted into this video. And then the other colors in this palette include this beautiful dark deep brown, this green color, this beautiful unique color right here. It's like this amazing reflective purple, blue, iridescent color with glitter in it. And then this deep black color, which is more of a dark gray, which is not something I like. However, it's just a decent dark color. Very nice for smoking out the lower lash line or just simply for defining your look. The reason I find this palette to be so fascinating and so unique, if I dare say, is because so many of the colors in here have like these glittery flecks in them. However, it is not a spray over. They have like a very consistent amount of glitter throughout the entire pan, which is not something that you find usually, which is quite unfortunate. This one has the most glitter. This black one has a little bit of glitter as well. This initially, when I saw this, I didn't think that it had glitter in it, but it is a beautiful metallic pigmented brown color, and it does have just like these very small flecks of like this purpley iridescent shimmer in it, which is again so fascinating and not something that you'd normally see. And then this color right here, this green color, it is actually quite similar to this green eyeshadow that I saw in the Victoria Beckham for Estee Lauder collection, and I would be confident in saying that based on the swatches that I've seen of the two colors side by side, based on reviews and what other people have said, I can tell you that I'm pretty sure that those two colors are almost identical, which is again most likely because they are under the same big umbrella. They are under the same Estee Lauder brand, so naturally I believe that those two colors are probably very similar, if not identical. So that is pretty much all I have to say about these palettes. You've seen my review, you've seen my swatches, you've seen my talks about the consistency, about the pros and the cons, and whether or not you think that you should get this palette depends entirely on what you think. This is definitely a set of palettes which I have very mixed opinions about, which do have some good things and some bad things about them. I really have grown to really love these palettes a lot, but whether or not you think that it's worth to spend the money on these palettes, even though some of the colors in here are not the best in my opinion, it just depends on what you think. I mean, do you think that you would spend $58 on these palettes even though they have some colors in here which are not the best? Or you might not care, you might find some of the colors in this collection, or especially in this palette, very appealing, and you might not really care about having to spend $58 on that. That just depends totally on you. I, for one, if I was looking back on this, I would definitely buy these palettes because like, they are really beautiful. Of course, some of the colors in here are not the best. However, I have been using these palettes a lot, and I can definitely say that these are really beautiful eyeshadows. That is all I have to say. Whew, I've been talking for so long now. Thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. I really do appreciate it. I will have some videos on the screen right now if you want to see more of my channel, if you want to see more of my videos. Again, thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. I really do appreciate it. Your support means everything to me, so thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye, guys.